Gentlemen, welcome back to Full Circus. My name is Tristan and I'm happy to be here with you guys today. But let me tell you this. Is it a bit later in the night? Sure. And I would like to address that with a sort of, sorry, I don't know how the day escaped from me, but I've done it so many times. You could argue more episodes have been recorded late than on time. So this is the new norm. So next time I record it in a timely manner where it's not 3 a.m., I should be like, guys, I don't know what happened. I must have got on top of things. It's going to be a bit more structured and put together sort of episode, not this sort of, we're flying by the seat of our pants that we usually do. I say all that to say, guys, it's late. It's 3 a.m. We're flying by the seat of our pants. There's not a lot of structure. We're just going to let it be what it is because that's what Full Circus is. The only podcast where you've got a man just stumbling through his 20s, walking and wandering into sort of awkward moments and willing to share every little embarrassing point of his life for the sake of amusement. And I'm happy to share it with you guys. So it's been of a ride this past week, has it not? You don't know that yet, but tell me, or I'll tell you, that there's a lot to say and so little time to say it, okay? Because I've procrastinated. But isn't procrastination just the sweetest? A lot of people give procrastination a bad rap. Like, oh no, I've been procrastinating. I don't say that. I go, oh yeah, I've been procrastinating. Procrastination is the best, man. If variety is the spice of life, procrastination is the sweetness, it's the sugar, it's the magic. It makes everything so much better. A lot of you guys are procrastinating right now, and you're stressed out about it. Oh, I've got more presents to buy, more presents to wrap, cookies to make, movies to watch, kids to hug, events to go to, and you're like, I don't know. I shouldn't have spent so much time doing other things, and I'm all backed up against the wall. How will I pull it off? You're going to be fine. But just enjoy it. Procrastination is so beautiful. Like a kid, when he has to go to bed, it's bedtime. Suddenly, anything else in the house is so exciting. It's thrilling. It's the best experience he's ever seen. Dad, don't we have to do the dishes? Mom, don't we got to fold these socks? We got to do anything else so we don't go to bed. That's what procrastination is. It doesn't matter what you're doing as long as you're not doing what you're supposed to. I've often said the best rest you can ever have is on the job. Sleeping on the job rocks, dude. Why? Because you're not supposed to do it, man. You're supposed to be doing something else, and you're not. I was often working with my dad. He'd round the corner, go to, keep working. Doesn't matter if I was sleeping on top of cinder blocks or splintered wood, rusty nails. Hardly the point, okay? But it's not about the quality of rest. I'm robbing REM cycles on the clock. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to. I'm procrastinating and I'm getting sleep. It's magical. So guys, do not stress about procrastination. I'm certainly not. Say, oh yeah, I've procrastinated, baby. I had a lot to do and I've done so much more. It doesn't matter what it was. It's like a drug. It enhances. It's an excitement level for everything. The dishes, the chores, errands. You got to go do something else. Suddenly, all these dumb little menial tasks, like this is so much better. I didn't realize I love sweeping so much. I got to go take care of business. But what if I didn't? What if I, went and helped out? I'll go serve charity-wise. As long as I'm not doing the work, I'm not doing the things I'm supposed to be doing. Anything else, fantastic. So do not stress. Learn to enjoy the procrastination because it's not a dark, dampened state. It's beautiful as long as you let it be. You also got to know yourself. If you can be a 2-minute warning sort of player and actually come through, because if you're not one of those, hey, dude, you're running out of time. Get on it. So I will say I've done that with some things, and I'm getting to it because we are against the clock a little bit. I recently just got some ornaments that I took a while to order because we got to decorate this thing very soon. I had a bit of an interesting run-in with the FedEx lady, though, okay? I was in the booth recording, got a call that FedEx was here. I didn't know it was FedEx, so I sent it straight to voicemail. And you know how your phone does that little automated caption thing where you can see what they're saying as they say it? I'm recording my script and I glance down and I see, "Hi, heartbroken Tristan. Please don't cry." I go, "What? Who is this? Who did I just send a voicemail? What is happening?" I pick up the phone and I say, "Hi, who is this? What's going on?" And then she says, "Oh, this is FedEx." I go, "Oh, is it?" I'm still baffled. I'm taken aback. Like, what's wrong? And she's like, "Are you sad?" I was like, It's so quick. The level of confusion skyrocketed off jump. In fact, I was confused before I even picked up the phone. Are you sad? I was already confused if she was sad. If I was worried, what am I supposed to be feeling? So I'm like, 1 second. I run to the door. I open. I say, oh, that was really great timing. She says, that was really great timing. I go, yeah, that's what I said. I'm kind of like holding out my hand, waiting for her to give me the package. And she goes, are you okay? I go, yeah. What were you saying? What's wrong? And she says, your voicemail sounded really sad. I go, oh, I don't really know what you're talking about. And then it clicked that my voicemail, I used to have a Liam Neeson, I don't know who you are, I don't know what you want, sort of taken, joking thematic voicemail, but I accidentally erased it. So my current voicemail, when I went and listened back to it after this whole exchange, is me going, oh, come on, man. I had a sweet voicemail. I lined it up, but I blew it. Anyways, leave your name and number, and I'll get back to you if I'm ever done crying or something along those lines. And so at the time, I was like, oh, I'm sorry. It must have been a bit. She's like, are you sure? You seem really sad. And I was like, no, I'm okay. Don't say I seem sad. You could talk about the voicemail, but trust me, it was a joke. I'm okay. I promise. She goes, okay. Do you live here? I go, yeah. That's why I ordered. Can I have that? So I get the package and then I go to sign it, and still she's just like not saying much. The whole exchange just felt awkward. Like she wanted to talk but didn't want to contribute. So I go, okay, well, happy holidays. I gotta go cry or something. I don't know. I didn't want to ruin this perception of me. If she wants me to be sad, maybe I'll pretend to be sad. But it was an interesting little pickup or drop off, whatever you want to call it. Maybe I shouldn't have procrastinated so much and I would have gotten something else. Who's to say? But maybe that was the sort of magic of procrastination. I don't know. It was just a weird day, sort of like where life was having fun. And when I feel like life is doing that, something's a little bit off kilter, but in the best of ways, I go out. I want to start exploring. So, I saw a guy without an eyeball. I saw another guy like running from 3 unmarked vans. That was pretty interesting. I saw some guy screaming at another car. They screeched to a halt and he's swearing and cussing this other car out. And I'm like, oh man, these guys are about to duke it out. He pulls off and then they swerve right in next to me. It's an old lady. The guy was just berating this poor old woman. I felt so bad for her. And then she kept getting even closer to me, and she almost ran me off because she was like swerving through the traffic lanes of the parking lot. I'm like, holy crap, maybe he was in the right here. Maybe I judged a bit too soon on her behalf. She almost hit a family of 4. It got pretty awkward. Went to the Dollar Tree. Not that I won't get into it really, but there was some guy breathing down my neck, or at least I felt like it until I turned around and he was. And I was like, can you freaking, back up a bit? Some guy that was checking out the groceries, he was like snotty and bloody. And I was like, do we have a self-checkout? There was a whole mixed bag of feelings, and I walked through every bit of them and felt them all, man. It was a good time for me. I felt like everybody else was having a day. According to the population and the culture around me, I'm very, very sad. But I'll get over it. So, what's going on with you guys, man? You can't answer, and that's all right. So I'm going to just keep talking about myself, if that's okay. I'm enjoying it, man. It's getting colder weather. It's the holiday season, so pack it on. Luckily, I got a jump start on my winter weight. Not by choice, all right, I should say. I was trying to cut down, but, I come from an Italian family. And look, every culture loves its food. We all love to eat. But Italians, specifically the women, mothers, grandmothers, aunts, they love you to eat. They love making you eat. They love watching you eat. Okay, diet is a swear word. I told my grandmother one time I had lost like 4 pounds, and this is a true story. She grabbed me by the shirt and said, no, you didn't. It's in the kitchen. Okay. Even my aunt, normally very gentle, sweet as soul. Anytime I've lost a little bit of weight, she goes, you lose a few pounds? I go, uh-huh. She goes, enough. That's it. Even now, dude, I'm 26 years old. I just went to go help her move some furniture recently, and she notices that I've lost a couple pounds. She goes, you losing weight? I go, yeah, just a bit. She goes, why? What for? And I got defensive. I got scared. I was like, I don't, it just kind of like helps a little bit, maybe with like acting and auditions. I noticed it's really beneficial. She goes, okay, all right, sure. Eyes glaring. I felt scared. I felt in danger. Because it's part of the love language, right? I made it, you finish it. And they don't just want you fed, they don't even just want you full, they want it gone. Which wouldn't be an issue, except they expect like a competitive level of digestion that I just don't have. We got 9 people, we're cooking for 900. And God forbid, dude, I start slowing down through like my 5th serving. My mom starts heckling me to this day. Oh, that's it, huh? Oh, you're a little girl, right? I'm sorry, did somebody feed you before me, huh? Do you have another mother making you 5 lasagnas? Like, no, I'm sorry, I'm satisfied, you know? You're satisfied. I'm not. Pick the fork up. And I think it might be because, and I don't like saying this, I'm not really full Italian, okay? I'm half Italian, half cowboy, redneck, whatever my dad is. And on my dad's side, nobody bats an eye, right? If I went to my aunt over there and said, I'm sorry, I just can't eat anymore, she'd be like, okay, why are you telling me? But on my mom's side, dude, I have to eat so many meatballs, I become one. I'm like sweating marinara. Suddenly I weigh 250 fat, okay? But finally pops are empty, all right? Balance has been restored. The ritual of gluttony has been completed. And then there's love. There's peace again. Oh, that's my boy. Everybody good? Everybody feeling fed? All right, desserts in 5, okay? And that's kind of what it's like. There's not a lot of losing weight, all right? 5 pounds lost, 20 pounds gained. And so I finally got it. Oh, there we go. That whole freaking, I don't know how long it's been. I'm probably going to cut out a lot of that. I've been digging for this stupid eyelash. If I didn't cut it out, that's what's been going on. If I did, update. It was bugging me. I've been winking at you. I wasn't flirting, okay? I got a bit of a problem, but it's solved. What was I saying? Yeah, so anyways, not a lot of losing weight around this season. You feel a bit poorly, hence, you know, some darker shirts, darker colors. Actually, in fact, dude, I don't know why, but for some reason, man, people, anytime I wear shirts like this or just with a collar at all, people go, oh, you look fancy. Dare I say snazzy. And it's always interesting because I have lowered the bar so freaking low. It's not like a nice, you know, classy there's a collar, right? I own collar shirts. A surprise to anybody. I guess I don't often wear them. I spent, you know, the earlier part of my 20s just wearing Tom and Jerry and silly, goofy, you know, cartoon shirts. Slowly graduated to just a shirt and then started adding some sprinkles of a button in. And, you know, now sometimes occasionally I bust out a collar. So it's a slow progression of not really going anywhere high, but I took it down. And I'm hovering around the middle, and people go, whoa, Tristan, did you shower? You know, so you never know what to expect, guys. And speaking of not knowing what to expect in the unexpected, I got a quick little story for you. I finally did stand up, guys. Yes, dude, yes, oh God, you know, but yes, we did it. Thank you, Jesus. Holy crap, man. I loved and hated every second of this. Mostly hated, all right? What am I doing? I loved when I got off, but all the seconds prior to that, despised them. Miserable. It was terrifying. I almost died. That's a bit of an exaggeration, okay? I wasn't even remotely close to death, but dadgum did I feel like it. So I am going to try and keep this story relatively short, but let's just sort of detail the arc of how this has gone. I've talked about it bits and pieces on the podcast where I've sort of lingered around a local comedy club, hoping that I would get acclimated and maybe just suddenly feel brave enough to do it. That never happened. I've been going, sort of doing recons, like maybe I can, maybe I won't, and I haven't. So I'm doing improv and plays and movies and commercials and different areas of performance, but some reason, stand-up specifically, like doing monologues is as close as it's gotten, but even then, they're words someone else has written for you, okay? But it's just so raw and vulnerable, and it's a free open mic, all right? It shouldn't be that scary, but every fiber of my being just said, don't do it, and I listened, okay? And let me tell you, that procrastination, oh, so sweet. Which, by the way, again, a bit of a North Star, right? The sweeter it is, the more it tells you, you should probably go over there. So anyways, I've been having a time not doing the thing that I feel like I probably should. And I don't know what happened, if I was just feeling a couple minutes of courage at some point, but I just started telling people, this Wednesday I'm going up, all right? Like I would feel accountable through them. I'm going up. So I start telling family and friends and people that I've told before, because, there's been plenty of times where an excuse comes up and I go, I couldn't, I do it. And they go, we get it. And whether the excuses were valid or not was besides the point. Okay, I used plenty of little counterfeit ones in the machine of inconvenience. Hey, see this? See? It's real. I can't. I'm inconvenienced. I can't. It's too much. If I'm going to do it good, I want to do it perfect, and I don't have time to do it. I'm not going to do it at all. We understand. Okay, thanks, guys. So I start telling the usuals, and I start telling new people as well, and people start getting excited, and people start holding me accountable, and people start asking me, how's it going? What's the situation? Keep me updated. I go, oh, God. It's getting close. It's getting close to stand-up day, right? It's on Wednesday. Suddenly, it's Tuesday. I haven't written a thing because I had some legitimate excuses. There was work. There was emergencies. There was family. I had table reads and characters and things I had to take care of day prior of this thing that I dread more than anything I've ever feared in my life. I haven't prepared for in the slightest. So I'm up Tuesday. I've barely slept. I haven't eaten in 3 days. I had one piece of toast. Okay, so I don't want to lie to you guys, but I had a piece of toast, and I'm up late writing this thing as fast as I can Tuesday. It's not going to be great. It's not going to be perfect, but I just want to try and do my best, memorize it. And I keep trying to tell myself, just go up there to fail. Go up there to flop. Let it be as little as it can be. And I do that until about noon on Wednesday. Nerves spike even higher. It's real. I call. I'm like, maybe they're booked. Maybe there's no spots open. Hey, can I book a spot at the club? And they go, oh, yeah, we're wide open. Come on down. We got you. I go, son of a God. Now we're locked in. I start telling people, well, it's happening. 8 o'clock. Come on down. Oh, my gosh. I'm pacing back and forth, trying again to memorize this thing I've drilled it hundreds of times at this point. So then I start calling family, friends, anyone who will pick up. So I can go, hey, can I tell you some jokes real quick? Which is very awkward, but thank you to anybody who gave me the time. People were at work. They were sleeping with their family, putting their kids down for a nap. I appreciate you guys. I needed you more than you know. And I was just so scared, and I was just running it as fast as I could. And I was feeling good. I was getting some good feedback. I was starting to memorize it. Again, I hundreds of times. I haven't slept. I haven't done anything. Probably shouldn't have taken a nap. But I was thinking maybe, like in this hallucinated state of mind, maybe I'll forget about the fear. Turns out you can still be very scared while sleep deprived. So hours tick by down into minutes, into seconds. I'm in the car. I'm on my way to the club. I'm still doing the thing. I'm drilling it over the phone with my brother. I'm going again and again and again. It's like, all right, that was pretty good. I'm going to do it again. He's like, you got it. I was like, one more time. So thank you, Nick, by the way, as well. I did it for him multiple times. I get to the club. Spots open. There's my name. Oh, man. Sign me in, baby. I was like, I'm going to write someone else's name. I'm still, even at this point, people are coming to see me. I'm like, hey, enjoy the show. I'm not going to be there. Ripcord. I don't want to be a part of it. So I'm there. I'm waiting. Show starts. I see my name on the list. People are before me. And slowly they're working their way, comedian after comedian after comedian after comedian, and I'm watching them. I'm pacing back and forth like a wild animal, and you can see, like the audience can see into this little room where you're waiting. I go up to a stranger. Well, he worked there. He was like some older Russian guy. I don't know for sure. I'm just trying to seek some sort of sage advice. He looks like he's been around here for a while. I go, hey man, you have any advice? This is my first time. He goes, oh, your first time? You are doomed, my friend. Shakes my hand, walks away. That was it. Oh! Ooh, I'm dying! I immediately, body began to crumble. I go outside. Suddenly, I'm trying to rehearse it out loud in the parking lot. I forgot all of it. I didn't write it down. I can't remember a single word of my set, and I know there's 2 people in front of me. I got 10 minutes, okay? I'm going again and again. I'm trying not to throw up in the parking lot. I'm going back and forth and back and forth. And I see strangers. I'm doing the thing. It's like, I don't care. Think I'm weird. I need that. I need more nerves. I was like, oh, what was I saying? What was the point? I've done this hundreds of times. Maybe it was the sleep that I should have had. Maybe it was the toast that I should have had more of. I don't know. Maybe it was the Russian guy that got in my head. I go back in. Here it is. tick, tick, tick. And welcome to the stage, Tristan Sartoris. Whew. Black. I can't see a thing. I don't remember anybody. I don't remember anything. My mouth just starts moving. I just start talking. And I immediately skipped over a chunk that was like, I thought was a pretty good piece of the beginning and kind of set up everything. And I noticed there's a whole clock in the background. That's all you can see. I can't see anything but a timer. Like I'm in just sort of void, and my mouth is just start moving, and I can't really pay attention to any of it. I don't know if they're laughing, which I guess probably helps. I can't hear a thing. I'm just woo, woo, just swimming in a void. But I noticed the clock, and I was like, wait a minute, that's not where I was supposed to be. But I skipped over a whole chunk. So what did help is that because I was so nervous when I was practicing it, I was going so fast. I was moving through it too quickly. And because I accidentally just left out a whole part, I'm like, I gotta fill 3 minutes. This is not, I don't have 3 minutes left that I've been practicing. So I forced myself to take a couple breaths, and I was able to slow it down a little bit. Again, just still, woo, woo, woo. Thank you guys so much. That's my time. Run off the stage. Get me out of here! People were saying very nice things. They were very, again, by the way, comics there, super supportive. I thought they would be much more competitive or like, don't ask us questions. Guys were super great. They were super awesome. But I was freaking out. But a very wonderful sort of community built there. I did go back to my family. They're like, that was really great. That's a great show. I was like, I don't remember any of it. How long have I been here? You know, because even at the parking lot, when I'm out there, I was like, hey, guys, again, enjoy the show. I'm going to go home. I can't. Russian guys said I'm doomed. I'm not going to let that happen. Talk about a bad omen, man. The one person that you first go up to, help me, sir. Can't. You're screwed. I know. So it was a terrifying, man. I thought I was going to have a heart attack, man. Horrible, but so great. So proud of myself that I did it. Looking forward to do it again. I kind of have to, because when I went to go talk to my family, they went, hey, is this a contest? I was like, I have no idea. I've been outside. Okay. I'm just debating on leaving all of you. And it turns out it was some sort of open mic night contest, and I was one of 2 people to advance. And I was like, wait, what? So he's like, hey, come back March 18th for Tristan Sartoris. I was like, huh? Did I unknowingly sign up for a contest? You don't know my schedule. Did I say I would? I guess. Okay. You know, so I don't know if I accidentally signed up for a repeating or ongoing sort of, you know, amount of performances, but I'll take that as a sign that lock in. Okay, lock in. But again, thank you guys for helping me out. It was nice. I used some podcast jokes, which is weird because you've been saying these at the walls for so long, and I get a positive feedback after it's uploaded. But it was cool to have that live. That I watched it back, and there was some. It didn't go nearly like perfect. Far from it. I not only because I skipped a whole chunk, but I wanted to feel more present. I wish I could have enjoyed it as it was happening, but I think that sort of just dreamland. I was like, like someone else was pulling the levers, and it worked. Petrified, but it came out great-ish. Well, I did it. So anyways, actually, you know, it's perfect. The fact that I did it, I'm proud, and I'm just trying not to be overly critical because I have a set March 18th. So anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for, telling me funny. Thanks for being patient. Thanks for propping me up. Thank you to any family and friends that helped me with that. But yeah, that was a lesson, I guess, to procrastinate, enjoy your time. But eventually when you have to go and do it, you know, make sure you tell everybody else that you're gonna, and don't ask any Russian guys for advice because they will not build you up. So thank you guys again. I appreciate you. I love you. Happy holidays. Take care of your work. Procrastinate as you see fit, but get to the business when you can. Good luck losing weight if you know any Italians, and I will see you when I see you. I love you to pieces. If there's anything I'm missing, it's because it probably wasn't important. Unless it's someone's birthday. In that case, happy birthday. All right, guys. I'll see you. Thank you. I got to edit this because I was procrastinating. It's late. All right.